played for Joe Paterno.
Meeting like the myth, the legend kind of thing. You know what I mean? You have your Joe Paternos, your Bobby Bowdens, your Nick Sabans, Les Miles, those kind of guys. And when you see them in person, like, man, it's just like an aura that they have.
But runs down the floor, and then I think he either got a dunk or like an and one coming off maybe like a pick and roll or something. But it was awesome to see like how he's really maturing and completing it as a player.
Obviously, doesn't have the accolades that Tom Brady does, but we're pretty much getting a Tom Brady, when he went to the Bucs. That's what's happening. We're getting a guy who's at the end of his career.
Attitude with dude, we thought Big Ben was a diva. There is no one probably in this NFL world that you can think of that would probably match what Aaron Rodgers brings when it comes to being a diva.
You are listening to the Mark Lesko Podcast, a podcast by diehard fans for fans. Mark covers all things Penn State football and the Pittsburgh Steelers, as well as anything related to the sports and fitness world. Tune in weekly to listen to a couple of dedicated fans talk about these topics without filters. Thank you for listening to the Mark Lesko Podcast.
All right, everybody. Welcome back in to another episode of the Mark Lesko Podcast. Just me tonight. Going to do a couple storylines and some film breakdown of the Penn State game and the offense and what I thought about the execution on the offense, the play calling. I'm going to go through drive by drive. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drives I'm going to go through. So the Eagles and Cowboys are coming on soon. Looks like it's raining there. So, but yeah, so I'm going to go through the game and, again, some other storylines that have kind of come out recently in the sports world. Stuff that makes no sense to me, but hey, it is what it is. It's the world we live in. God help us all. But the thumbnail that I have up, I have ESPN, Scott Hansen, I think is his name, is on there. I saved the ESPN logo in my software that I use to make thumbnails because I keep it there because for when ESPN will inevitably mess things up again and I have to use it. So I just keep it in there because, once again, ESPN hates fans and hates common sense people, and they're doing something even stupid, even dumber again. So, but we talked about this the other night when I was on with Brett on our pregame show with John. And yeah. So ESPN is apparently, Penn State is apparently going from Nike to Adidas. And I've heard it's going to be a 10-year, $300 million deal. And it's supposed to be 4 times what their deal is now with Nike. So Nike is $75 million, and Penn State would be making $300 million over 10 years. So that's $30 million. Nike and Adidas are both. I have stuff. I personally have issues with both of them, but and some of their affiliations that they have. But Nike is an iconic brand. I mean, I'm wearing it right now. Got my Penn State Nike polo on. It's an iconic brand. And Phil Knight, Joe Paterno always had a pretty close bond. Phil Knight called Joe Paterno his hero when he was alive. and they've been with Nike for a long, long time. So Penn State and Nike are always synonymous with each other, if that's the word. So I know with, I think it was the MLB, Nike, like they were making like really low quality stuff. I guess Adidas makes a little higher quality stuff. As you can see in that one comment, Adidas makes better quality uniforms. Classic doesn't mean the best. Adidas curse loading. Put everyone in Russell Athletic, let's play ball. Adidas low-key been cooking, especially with the alternates. So, and I'm pretty sure the NFL's with Nike too, but Penn State's one of the most iconic brands you can have. And Oregon Homer said, watch out football. The sport's most boring uniform just partnered up with sports' most boring uniform company. Well, you guys, Oregon, God only knows what they wear every week. I mean, you know, there's the Color Rush uniforms. They wear those every week. They look like clowns most of the time. Their uniform combinations most of the time make 0 sense, and they just look bad. So, Oregon Homer, you are a moron, and you have no idea what you're talking about when it comes to uniforms. Uniforms are plain. They're not boring, though. They're iconic. You're putting Nebraska, Penn State, Alabama, all in the same boat when you say boring uniforms. I mean, they're iconic. Alabama hasn't changed their uniforms since the Stone Age. Penn State, same way. When they match up, they're two of the only schools left that have the same uniforms that were that way their whole existence pretty much. And the whole pink and black thing, that's just a fairy tale. Had to do with raspberries, and yeah, that was never true. So, always been blue and white. So I don't know. I mean, I don't like either brand, but if they're going to give us money, we need money for the stadium. We need money for NIL. So if they're going to give us money, you know, it's not like they're using Gildan or something like that. So, yeah, if it's true, it sounds like it's true, then, you know, that's where they're going. But, yeah, 10-year, $300 million. It's a lot of money. It's a ton of money. And apparently there's a Saquon documentary coming out.
It's been a 5-year journey. I've been using this as my diary, as my therapy. You get to see the journey it took to get to this point. You're telling me you want me to be a Giant for life. I'm telling you I want to be a Giant for life. This isn't Madden. This is my life. It's one of the coolest things that I've ever been a part of. Let's go show the world I'm Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, it's a documentary about Saquon. I mean, that's cool, I guess. I mean, if anybody deserves a documentary, it's Saquon. I mean, he's the man. Great guy, humble guy. Been around him a few times. Very nice guy. Been around his girlfriend, wife a couple times. Nice girl. I mean, yeah, it's cool. It's going to be on Prime. I don't have Prime, so, you know, I'll be watching it with other methods. And another thing that happened, too, is Stream East was taken down. So for everyone out there that uses it, which is about 99% of the world, I guess you're going to have to use an alternative, which there are alternatives. Don't ask me what they are. I'm not giving out my secrets. But, yeah, I guess they're taking that down. So 2 guys in Egypt got arrested for doing it, and they brought in millions of dollars in ad revenue, which that's not cool, but it's also not cool that they took down Stream East. So that's a crazy story too. But this is something else that I'm so confused. I said nothing makes sense anymore. Right after they announced that they're moving to Adidas, Drew Aller signs with Nike. He's their latest Nike athlete. So I don't know how that works. I guess if Penn State were to start a contract with Adidas, it would start next year. And this is his last year, but still, I don't get it. I mean, nothing makes sense anymore, honestly. Like, Adidas is taking Penn State. Drew Aller signs with Nike after Penn State leaves Nike. And to get into the next story, ESPN, they're charging $30 a month for their service, which no one's going to pay for. And they're going to lose a ton of money, which I hope they do. And now they teamed up with the NFL Network, which I've been trashing ESPN for years now. I mean, they're a trash network. They're absolutely horrendous. They're horrible. ESPN sucks. They suck. And now they've teamed up with the NFL Network, which I knew they were going to ruin. And they ruined Pat McAfee. I mean, Pat McAfee ruined himself. I mean, I never really liked the guy. I think he's very annoying. But he has a good show. I mean, he has a good show. But yeah, the ESPN teams up with NFL Network. Now NFL Red Zone will not be commercial free, which makes zero sense. So it took only a couple months for ESPN to ruin NFL Network. And they're going to ruin the NBA tonight as well, but that's another story. And then Pat McAfee says, I don't think anybody's upset about the commercials on Red Zone. Pat McAfee from ESPN Studio, as the screen looks like this. McAfee went from I'm not changing, which he did completely. He changed totally. They don't swear anymore as much as they did. I mean, he said we're not changing, then they changed. So that's even more reason for me not to like him. McAfee went from I'm not changing to corporate shill as fast as it took ESPN to add commercials to Red Zone. Yeah. ESPN is a joke. But these are just some memes, but Alabama to add on-field sponsorship logo. I thought it said transfer portal. That's what the logo was going to be, the transfer portal. Says any plans to add an on-field defense. Props to his girlfriend story on crushing the balloon archway.
The old saying, you can't make chicken salad out of
Coach Meyer was the 12th defender during Ohio State's goal line stand versus Texas. I didn't see all these. Lou Holtz is 88 years old and has never seen Notre Dame beat Ohio State. Yeah, so Red Zone is now getting commercials. For me personally, like I buy Red Zone every year. And I don't know if I'm going to buy it. I mean, you vote with your dollar. And if a lot of people like me don't get it and they lose a bunch of money, then they're going to go back to what they were. The people have to speak. So just don't get it. Stream it. Alternatively, they're going to lose money. And that's it. You vote with your dollar. I mean, that's the only power you have truly in this world is voting with your dollar. Truly. Besides voting, it's the only power you truly have. Vote with your dollar. Don't buy it. And then maybe halfway through the season, they'll go back to commercial free. I don't know. But you have to vote with your dollar. You have to stand up for this stuff. You have to stand up to these people. ESPN is a joke. That's who's behind this. They're a joke. And they're charging $30 a month for you to watch it. It's a joke. Half the games for the NFL are on apps. Okay? Don't buy the apps. Stream it alternatively. Don't buy the apps. Vote with your dollar. Stand up to these people. And they'll stop. But I'm honestly, I'm conflicted about buying Red Zone. I'm conflicted. I don't know if I'm going to do it. It sucks because we love football. This is America. We love football. And they're trying to take the commercials. They're trying to add commercials to Red Zone. I mean, it's a joke. Honestly, it's sad that they're trying to do this. It's sad, and people need to stand up to it. So vote with your dollar and don't get it. That's it. Don't buy it. Every time I watch football, I skip commercials. I'll skip to another game, or I'll literally exit out and wait until the game comes back on. I don't watch ads. Ads are annoying. I would go out of my way to not buy the thing that's on the television because they're interrupting my football. I understand it pays the bills apparently, but yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm not watching ads. They're annoying. They are so annoying. I mean, they interrupt the game. They advertise a bunch of stuff in a very annoying way. Stuff that half the people aren't even going to buy. I would never buy it. Pretty much, I've never seen a commercial on TV where I'm like, yeah, I need to go buy that. I'm like, no, never. I don't think I've ever done that, honestly. I skip the ads. YouTube, I have ad blocking. I'm not watching your ads. I'm not watching your commercials. And now you're getting into Red Zone. It's a joke. And again, you guys need to stick up for yourselves and just don't buy it. That's it. Just don't buy it. There's really nothing more I can say about that. But all right, on to the film breakdown here. Penn State, Nevada. This kind of stuff ages me, takes years off my life. I told myself I wasn't going to get mad about it anymore. I want to see points, especially against Nevada, a clearly inferior team. So this is what we're looking at here. This is after the deny. I'm sorry, not deny. Zane Durant interception. All right. First and goal on the 6. Okay. First and goal on the 6. Andy Kotelnicki makes me want to rip my hair out. It is so annoying. First and goal on the 6. All right. For those of you that don't understand football that might be watching this, first and goal means you're within the 10. You're in the red zone within the 20. First and goal on the 6-yard line. You have 6 yards, 18 feet to get a touchdown. All right.
Ball to just aimlessly end up in number 28's hands.
So what's the first play we run? First play. Bubble screen to the left. Again, I'll take this back. All right.
Xavier Gilliam is
I'll take this back.
Guy that applied the hit on Purdy that forced that ball to just aimlessly end up in.
All right, they're in hurry up, which they don't need to be.
Go.
Bubble screen. What are you doing? Why? 6 yards away. 6 yards away. You have 2 of the best running backs in America. You have a 6'5" quarterback. Look at that. Look how tall he is. And you're running a bubble screen to the left. I think who is that? Who is that out there? It looks like they got a lineman out there.
Xavier Gilliam is the guy that applied the hit on Purdy.
I mean, what the heck are you doing? Seriously. This is the kind of stuff that makes me want to rip my hair out.
First and goal.
Okay, they got Dinkins, Kyron, and Luke out there, and then this is Pena. They don't even block, all right, which it happens. But you're running a bubble screen to the left when you have 6 yards in front of you. Look at this. 6 yards. That's it. And you're running a bubble screen to the left. Why? The play calling gets way too fancy, Kotelnicki. Why, man? Why? Stop. Run the ball up the middle and score a touchdown. That will make everyone universally happy.
Yep, they're moving.
And then they run the ball up the middle. All right. They should have done that. If they did that on first down, they would be half a yard away from a touchdown on the second down. But no, they run a bubble screen to the left, and then they do hurry up. Why are you hurrying up? That's why this snap happened. You're hurrying. Why are you doing that? You're playing a clearly inferior Nevada team. This team is horrible. They are horrible. They're one step above a high school team, and you can't score from the 6 against them. Missed assignment, I guess. He went, instead of going to the what is this? Is this a defensive end? Again, they're doing hurry up. Bear with me. I'm just going through this. I don't have like a film room, so I'm just playing this off the. All right, so instead of going for the outside linebacker, Dinkins goes for the middle linebacker, misses him, and then he gets the tackle. And that kid didn't even come in that fast. All right, then they're at the 1. It should be 2nd and 1. Instead, it's 3rd and 1. And then they're doing hurry up again for no reason. No reason at all. And then they muff the snap. Why are you doing that? What is the point? I mean, honestly, seriously, this stuff makes me so mad. I literally could have punched my hand through a wall when they muffed this. When they muffed the snap, did I say punt? When they muffed the snap. Dude, what are you doing? Why? Why are you hurrying? Now you're kicking a field goal against Nevada. That's embarrassing. Okay, if this is a touchdown, then they're at 53 at the end of the game. And then if they turn one of these other 4 field goals into a touchdown, they're 60. Give us some eye candy on paper. But no, it's 46-11. That's a terrible score. All right. So on to the next one, which is the next drive had to kick a field goal on, which is, give me a second.
Well, all right, thanks.
This one right here.
And here it's
this next drive is where they,
after that field goal.
They got a field goal.
28-yarder.
20-3.
Gets a pat on the helmet.
They should never be within 3 scores.
Well, that felt pretty good,
Never.
Wasn't that long ago.
17-3. Look at that.
I was doing 17-3.
Wow. 4:52 left in the game, and it's 17-3 against Nevada. This is Penn State. They should be up by way more than this. They should at least be in the 20s, at least, at this point in the game. And then Khalil Dinkins nearly takes it back. Just kidding. It was King back. Matt King, as they called him.
Alabama.
All right, and in this drive, no blocking against Nevada. That happens. It is what it is. It's a broken play. All right. I mean, look at this. No blocking. Totally missed that guy.
And dropped at the 21-yard line. Nick Singleton. And McFadden making an attempt on
totally
getting
whiffed.
that kick returner on
I think
the
that's
ground.
TJ Shanahan, to be honest with you.
But Jenny, he was not playing football not that long ago.
He almost had him there. You never know where you're going to find a starting kicker or a guy that
Totally
can
whiffed
run
on
down
that
a
block.
player these days.
Now they're showing a
junior
freaking
college,
Nevada
even
highlight.
Twitter, and that is where Nevada found Joe McFadden.
Which,
He played
that's
2
an
seasons
issue
at
in
UConn.
itself
He's
right
working
there,
on
that they're even
Wall
giving him the
Street.
opportunity
Just a
to
few
do
months
that,
ago, he
Penn
posted a
State.
video of himself kicking balls under New York's RFK Bridge, hoping to catch a coach's
TJ
eye.
Shanahan whiffed on the block. I mean, he's a backup, so I don't even know why he's in there at this point, but what do I know?
As the Wolf of Wall Street, guys. So good.
The Wolf Pack of Wall Street in Reno instead of Wall Street. Here's a throw. Nice tackle. Big hit on Nick Singleton.
All right, on this play, it's a little dump out. No time to throw the ball. I think
known as the of Wall Street.
I think Pena was open and doesn't have time to throw the ball, so he has to throw a check down to a guy who's not even open. So right here is Pena. I think he runs himself open right here and then throws it into double coverage. All right, that's second down. Second and 12. Now it's like, what, third and 13? Horrible execution. Horrible play calling. Just horrible execution. I mean, my God. Nick Singleton and K-Tron probably could have had 3 touchdowns each if they just ran the ball. And instead they're trying to get fancy. I know it's Nevada. I guess they're trying to show a bunch of stuff, but why? You just don't need to do it. And then again, coverage stack by Nevada. Nearly. Nothing's open. Nothing's open. Basic zone, as far as I know. So he runs, doesn't get the first down, and then they settle for a field goal again, obviously. But my goodness, like I don't know. They're booing.
Spattering of boos with that move.
Spattering of boos. Is that what it is?
And as you mentioned, though, that was a great answer by this Nevada defense.
On to the next drive. Again, another field goal. There. And then they get the ball back, and then this is the 2-minute drill that they do, which ends successfully. So within the last 4:52 of the game, they
it's a chance to get out of the half.
Now the execution on this is good, obviously. It ends in probably the most electric play in the whole game for Penn State, which was the long pass down the left to Kyron Hudson. But so good play, good little shovel to Singleton. I'll take it.
A 2-minute drive starter just to get it going.
And then to skip ahead, it was a little pass.
As Gary said, the 2 minutes.
And there was even I believe, a 4th down conversion on this drive as well. He'll pass, it's the first down. Gets Reynolds involved. Doing hurry up, which in this situation they should. Honestly, they really should do hurry up. It's a 2-minute drill. This is a test for the offense, and they passed. Don't know what that was. Somehow our Division I USC transfer receiver got pushed out of bounds by a Nevada cornerback who probably wasn't even the best player at his high school. No offense to my Penn State guys. I love them, but, man. Some of those girls probably run some routes. All right, you got Devontae down here. Great throw. I mean, a cannon of a throw.
That had some smoke on it.
Pena just dropped it, which, you're a Division I receiver. You should catch that ball. But to put it in perspective, that's a Division I receiver who's really good at Syracuse. They have really strong hands. And he can't catch a ball that's right there in his face. That's how fast he passed that ball. I mean, he hammered that ball in there. That is very, very fast. Very hard throw. Then on 3rd and 10.
Haller an empty set. And directed traffic.
Throws it to a guy who clearly isn't over the first down marker, but it must have been one of his only options. All right. Okay. 4th down. And then they convert it to the guy who hasn't played that much in Devontae. Fourth down conversions. Good play. Little quick route.
Beautiful job getting the first
And hurry up
down.
again. Again, it's 2-minute drill. They have to do this. Again, this is a test for the offense that they pass. On the rollout, throws it to Kyron for a touchdown. I mean, that was a great play. Great play at the end of the half. 2-minute drill, make it 27-3. And then we move on past the halftime show. We get the ball. And again, I believe this ends in a field goal, I believe. These first play.
Yeah, you just got that offensive.
So first and 10 from their own 30. Little floater to Pena. Good throw. And Nevada seemed to just, I mean, they don't have the guys to really make adjustments, you know, but they seem to just be playing like some soft zone, really. Zone man. I mean, he's playing, okay, that's cover 3, I believe. But good little floater to Pena.
He had sensational numbers last year with the exception of a couple of games.
You know what reminds
to Ohio State.
You know what reminds me of his size and his arm strength? Ben Roethlisberger.
Yep. His favorite player, he says, at quarterback is Josh Allen. He's built a little bit like him, too. At the 48, first down. Quick throw. And complete to Pena again. And
another first down. Moving the ball well. Of course, they always make the NFL comparison. Ben Roethlisberger. Are you kidding me?
Heavily favored to win. Then they get a bye. Then they get Penn State here. I guess it's a whiteout, right?
First ballot Hall of Famer. He's comparing him to him now. Guy hasn't beat a top team in his whole career yet, and he's comparing him to a first ballot Hall of Famer. Flag, I believe. What was that? A hold?
It was a late call as Maldonado was coming around the corner. Shelton didn't love it, but when you come around and drag him down, they're going to call it.
Number 66.
Drew Shelton, what a freak he is.
Second down.
Now, this doesn't help. Getting a holding call. And what does this convert into? First and 20. So, again, doesn't help your cause. They're at their own 45. Or they're Nevada 45. And then he runs somehow for a good chunk of yards. But you don't want to see your quarterback doing that, especially against Nevada. Yeah, Gary Danielson said it. We don't need that. I mean, he can take some hits, he can give some hits, but my goodness, that's just second and 10 now. Pretty much back to where they would have been if they didn't convert on first. Avoids the rush. Throws it to Kyron, which is one of the best catches, you know, you could see, honestly. As a football fan, and I mean, just a great conversion, great catch. Not easy at all, but he did. So phenomenal catch. But does it end in 6 points, 7 points? All of this work, all of these great conversions. You know, what's it for at the end of the day?
First down. And he gets about 3 out of it.
Run.
Actually.
In the opener last. By the way, on that throw as well.
For 3.
Second down and 7. Play fake throwbacks.
Again, little bubble screen. Didn't work. I mean, why are you doing that? Just run the ball again.
Offensive tackle gets to you.
Transfer portal. Good looking player. Third down and 8. That's in the motion man.
Throws it out to Allen, who makes a pretty good gain. But, again, what's it lead to? All of that work, what does it lead to?
Just enough pressure.
2 of them from
another field goal. Oh, so frustrating. Again, Kotelnicki makes me want to rip my hair out. He does. First and 10, next drive. Well, maybe not the next drive. Well, yeah, I think it was the next drive. But Good play, good catch, good run.
Offense they haven't even touched.
Again, and hurry up.
Both Allen and Singleton
I don't know why they're doing hurry up. They don't need to, but
receivers coming out of the backfield.
He caught 41 passes last year. Now he's got it on the ground.
Good run.
To the 21-yard receiving group was.
I think the coach wants him to do right now.
I think that was an incomplete pass out to Singleton. I don't know why he's a wideout. But again, pretty much a check down to Singleton once again.
Yeah, that's what I think the coach
And it's out of bounds. So pretty much a throwaway at that point.
Voices coming back. You can attract some good players and maybe a little money.
So again, we're at the Nevada 20, and we're going in to score 3rd and 8. Little shovel pass that does not work. And then, again, field goal. I mean, seriously, this stuff makes me so mad. I mean,
and they are going to be weapons.
Oh my goodness, 36-3.
And of course, we were asking the question
with 3 minutes left in the third. The score should be way higher. I mean,
are still looking at each other winking.
It's just, it's embarrassing.
Better than 44 did last year.
And then, because this reminded me how mad it makes me, I'm not even going to go through the last drive, which was Gronkmeyer scoring. But, I mean, it was just so frustrating, seriously. I mean, 46-11 final score against Nevada. They let them score at the end, which is fine, but it should have been in the 50s, should have been in the 60s. And then they go for 2 on that one touchdown. They go for 2. They fake or they do like a, I don't know, trick play, and that leads to Smollett getting tackled. I mean, he could have gotten away, but he didn't. So, I don't know. They're going for 2 there. I don't get it. I don't get it. But yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, Kotelnicki is what he is. I do like him, but he frustrates the crap out of me because he gets way too fancy, man. And it's like, if you just run basic conservative offense against these teams, but I guess he wants to show a lot on tape. That's his philosophy. Most teams, back in the day, Joe would keep it really vanilla against inferior teams, so they didn't show a lot, even though in most of those cases their defense or their offense wasn't even that fierce or to be feared by anybody. But they kept it conservative. Kotelnicki, he shows a lot on tape, and that's to kind of confuse any future teams. They don't know what's going to happen. So, the Ohio States of the world, Oregon's, they're going to be better at defending that, but I don't know. I just wanted to see more points. I wanted to see better execution on offense, and I wanted to see them just keep it simple, run these guys up the middle, score points. First and goal in the 6, run it up the middle, score a touchdown. Don't be running these fancy bubble screens and all this stuff. Just keep running the ball, score points, score points, score points. Get these guys some yards, get these guys some touchdowns. Like Singleton and Catron could both break the rushing title at Penn State. They both have an opportunity, and they had 50 and 30 yards in this game against Nevada. I mean, please, God, I pray that we score more points, we convert more, we execute better, and we just give these guys more accolades and stats. I want someone in the Heisman contention. That's what I want. I mean, these great teams, they put up points against inferior teams, and you see it. You either have it or you don't. And this team feels different, where I think they're really, really good. They just need to execute better and have just more common sense play calling, because I do think this team is one of the best in the country. They just got to show it on paper, like eye candy. Please get someone multiple touchdowns, get someone over 100 yards. There's no reason for that not to happen. So that's what I want to see. Please make it happen. Kotelnicki, Franklin, whoever, please make it happen. As a fan, I'm begging you. I'm really hungry for it. I want to see it. So that's all I got, guys. I'm sure most of you agree. Comment your thoughts. And hopefully Saturday we see a different product. So have a good night. We will see you Saturday post game.